all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly values, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey, how you doing today? How we doing today? Hopefully we are doing well on this Monday evening. So I got this video that I wanted to talk about today. And y'all can hear me well, right? Y'all can hear me. I don't know why I think y'all can hear me. Whatever. Never mind. Me man. This video that I want to share with everybody. And the response of the females in the comment section to this video is what made me say that women are like done for, like for the most part, like in a general sense. This is why I fight so hard against the concepts of feminism. And I'm just going to let you listen to the video. I'm not going to do too much preamble. And I really want what's being said to sink in, because we're really going to talk about what is being said in this video.
Made Adam a suitable helpmate, and he made that helpmate not because she's weaker, but because God has given men a capacity and a responsibility that women do not have, and we have to be honest about it. We can say he's not a man, he doesn't know how to lead, he doesn't whatever. There's still a capacity inside of him that God did not give us as women. And one of the biggest examples that I can give of that, imagine it's raining and you're in New York City. And if you've ever been to New York City or in France and it starts raining and people start selling umbrellas on the street, those $5, $10 umbrellas, they're not worth much, but they get the job done until you get home. Imagine you have that man. You have the man that gets the job done, isn't anything special, but he gets the job done. That man, no matter how little you view him, is made to handle the rain. You were not made to handle the rain, but you were made to hold up that which can handle the rain. If you didn't have that umbrella, you would come back home smelling like what you were poured on, what poured on you. When a man comes back in as that umbrella, he gets dried quickly, water repellent, it falls off of him, and no matter how equipped you thought he was, he still was built for the rain. The difference also, some of you want that Neiman Marcus umbrella. Some of you want the wood handle. Those things are heavy. And if God gave you a man like that, then you have to be the woman that can hold up that man. Because an umbrella that is not used, it can be for the rain, for the sun. It shields, it provides shade. It allows what's under it not to be touched. We are the vessel, not weaker. We are the vessel that was meant to let the one that God gave us be held up and used for what he was made. So now, as a wife, I want to say, I don't want to get wet. I don't want to sunburn. My skin's not built for that. So instead, I'm going to let the man be who he was meant to be. And if God gave me, which he did, My man's about as heavy as this table. That means God made me capable of holding him up. If my man is not doing what he was made to do, it's because I, as his wife, am not holding him up. God made Adam a suitable helpmate, and
now I may let it play again just because I like the analogy that she came with. But before we get into the analogy, because the analogy completely missed these chicks here. I'm very convinced that a lot of these chicken heads are on the short bus. These are the short bus people. You know, we used to be able to separate from these people. Like in school, we had the average, your regular classes. Then we had the advanced classes. But then we had the slow classes. And we wasn't even eating lunch with them. You see what I'm saying? The slow class was all the way in the back. You know, we didn't ride the bus with them. We did not eat lunch with them. They were in the trailer they wasn't even in the school building. Remember when they used to have those trailers in the parking lot? The slow class used to be in the trailer. But now we are on the internet, and these people also have access to the internet. So what we have to do is we have to know that some of these folks is not comprehension kicks they butt. We have to know that comprehension kicks these people's butts, okay? Those of us who are Gen Xers, older millennials, and the choice few Zs. Okay? We have basic comprehension skills. We are able to comprehend basic concepts. We are able to have different concepts and different comprehension level. Okay, these people don't. And you would think that I was playing, but I'm not, because the comments. What? Not what, but with a Y. Is she talking about? So you just don't know what she's talking about. I get it, but she gave us the confusing version of the story. Now this is an account with a booty as the avatar. Cool, meant to be used. Are we back in the 50s here? Because in a modern world, no one wants to take care of anything or anyone. There was a guy. He has made sense. It's the best thing I'm hearing. Another guy says incredible interpretation and delivery. This will go over so many heads. They will. It will. That was a woman. She had comprehension. It's gonna go over a lot of folks' heads. Okay. Unfortunately, still gonna debate and fight with it. Okay. I was with her in this complete analogy until the end. His failure is not because I didn't do my part to hold him up. However, his reaction and rebound from his failure, big or small, will be because I helped him back up. Okay. So let's come back. The analogy. I agree with everything she said except the weaker vessel. Let's go back.
He made that helpmate not because she's weaker, but because God has given men a capacity and a responsibility that women do not have.
Now we're going to pause her right there. Women are the weaker vessel. It is that point, and almost solely that point, that gives such rise to things like feminism over the years. Women striving to be men or be like men, or striving to see if they can provide the same value in the same capacity as men. The answer is no. We don't do the same thing. We're not meant to do the same thing. What we provide in terms of value is not what men provide in terms of value. Allah did make us the weaker vessel. Allah did make us the weaker vessel. He did. We're the help. We the help. And as long as women see that as a bad thing, they're gonna struggle with the position for which they were created. As long as women see themselves as weaker, meaning that's a bad thing, the more difficult it will be for women to accept the position that we have been created for. We are the help. Men in general, the general capacity, men are stronger than us physically. Generally speaking, they are stronger than us mentally. Generally speaking, they are stronger than us spiritually. We have to go back to how we were created and for what reason. I've said this before. The woman is the help. It's the help. Literally, Allah called us the help. Literally. We the help. We the help. But everybody need help. If Adam and consequently all the males were so strong as to not need help, and help was unnecessary for them, women would have been unnecessary. But women are necessary to them. Women are necessary to men. He needs us. We're the support. Using her umbrella analogy, the umbrella can be made for whatever it's made for. It doesn't even function well if there's not somebody there to hold it up. It doesn't even do what it's supposed to do. It doesn't even do it. It needs its support system that was created for it. So we are definitely the weaker vessel. That doesn't mean that we are the unnecessary vessel. That doesn't mean that we're the worst vessel. That doesn't mean that we are unimportant. It doesn't mean that we stupid. It doesn't mean that we have no value, that we add no value, that we do. It's just, he made the man stronger. In Quran, Allah tells us, I gave men 1 degree over the women. I put him over her. I made him more durable than her. Physically so, mentally so, spiritually so. We can be compromised easier mentally and spiritually because of our emotional setup. That doesn't make us evil. It doesn't make us bad. It makes us need the protection that Allah made for us. The men are spiritually stronger in a general sense. In a general sense. None of the prophets of Allah have ever been women. They've never been women. All of his Anbiya, alayhim as-salam, they have all been men. When he spoke directly, he spoke to the men directly. He talked to Musa, alayhi salam. He talked to Ibrahim, alayhi salam. He talked to Adam, alayhi salam. He talked to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He talked to Isa, alayhi salam. He talked to all of them in a direct way. So much so that he was revealing his words to them. When Allah talks about the pious women of the past, when Allah talks about the pious females of the past, the women, take for example, the mother of Isa, Maryam, alayha salam. What did Maryam do? What gave her such a lofty position? What gave Maryam that position? What was she doing? Maryam wasn't leading a country. Maryam wasn't leading an army. Maryam's mother, before she birthed her, prayed to Allah and told Allah, I would dedicate this child to your service. She was thinking it was going to be a boy. Turns out Maryam was a girl. So still keeping up with her promise, she ended up eventually turning Maryam over to Zachariah. For all intents and purposes and lack of a better term, Maryam was kind of raised like a nun, if you just want to use a word for that. Pretty much in seclusion. She wasn't raised in a worldly way. Very pious, very much a prayerful, God-fearing, Allah-fearing young lady. To such an extent that Allah would give her food in her room without her leaving it. She would ask and Allah would just give it to her. That she was on that level. To the point where Zachariah would come in and he would ask her, where'd you get this? Because this is not the food I provided for you. This food is even out of season. So, and she would say, Allah's giving it to me. Allah gives it to me. When I ask, Allah gives it to me. Such spiritual height that Maryam ascended to, that she was chosen to be the mother of a prophet. Now, she ain't the only person in history to be the mother of a prophet. However, this one would be under miraculous circumstances. This one would be under miraculous circumstances. At the time that she got pregnant and was going to have birth Isa alayhi salam, they was ready to stone her. And they was actually ready to stone Zachariah because they was like, wait a minute, you the only one be keeping up with her. So you did this to her and she let you? They was ready to get her. They was ready to get her for that. Because where that baby come from? Where that baby come from? You're not married. The only thing that saved them, and this is in Quran, the only thing that saved them is Allah gave Isa as a newborn the ability to talk. He gave him the ability to talk. And it was Isa that told them, she's blameless. I'm the prophet of Allah, me. And I'm the word of Allah, me. And I'm the Messiah, me. So Isa immediately tells them who he is. This is what absolves her. This is actually saves her life. But what was Miriam doing? Being a woman. She was being a woman. She was raised to such a lofty, she was doing woman stuff. When a woman is righteous, do we understand the reward that Allah give her for birthing children, for being pregnant, for going through the hardship of that? Under them circumstances, the birth of her children is like the gateway to paradise for her. She was doing the height of what women do. That's my point. My point is, Maryam was doing the height of what women do. Spiritually fortified. Mentally fortified. She didn't step out of her boundaries at all. A righteous woman through and through. She wasn't nowhere being an activist or speaking to people, and there's nothing wrong with that, but that's not what she was doing. And there are many women of the past that were given that high status for being women. For being women. And when I say for being women, I mean for doing it in such a righteous way. So when Allah raises women up, usually it's because they were doing what women are supposed to do at the pinnacle of what they do. No one would say that Miriam didn't have any value, or that she was just some ordinary chick running around. No, she wasn't. Now, let's go back.
And we have to be honest about it. We can say he's not a man. A suitable helpmate. And he made that helpmate not because she's weaker, but because God has given men a capacity and a responsibility that women do not have. And we have to be honest about it. We can say he's not a man, he doesn't know how to lead, he doesn't whatever. There's still a capacity inside of him that God did not give us as women. And one of the biggest examples that I can give of that, imagine it's raining and you're in New York City. And if you've ever been to New York City or in France and it starts raining and people start selling umbrellas on the street, those $5, $10 umbrellas, they're not worth much, but they get the job done until you get home. Imagine you have that man. You have the man that gets the job done, isn't anything special, but he gets the job done. That man, no matter how little you view him, is made to handle the rain. You were not made to handle the rain, but you.
Now, to go back into her analogy, it doesn't matter if we think that he's a rich man, a poor man, a working man, a handsome man, whatever kind of man that we think he is. Still, Allah gave him a nature that he did not give us. Still. Even if he's the kind of man to not take proper due advantage of his nature, he abandons his nature. If ever he came back to it, to do right by it, he still has within him the capacity to do what men were built to do. Now, all of it, we know it's levels to it. We know it's levels to it. Every man is not the same kind of man. Not every woman is the same kind of woman. That is why she made a further analogy about the quality of the umbrella you are holding. Because a lot of women would scoff at the little $5 to $10 umbrella that you get just to try to make sure that you're not drenched while you're outside. But that is the umbrella that is for you. You can't hold up the more expensive umbrella. You don't got the hand balance to hold it up. You don't even know how to hold it. You don't know how to hold that umbrella. If you've ever had an expensive, high quality umbrella, you realize that you have to be strong to hold it. It is not lightweight. You have to have balance of your hand and everything. You gotta hold it a certain way, else it'll be everywhere. You drop it. They heavy. Some of you women get mad that the $5 and $10 umbrella is the one that you have. That is the one that you need. Why are you mad that he is a basic man? And when I say basic, I mean he get up, he go to work, he come home, he got some type of spiritual sense. Every man don't have this super ambition. Every man don't have this you know what I'm saying? He not going to be rich, or he not going to be wealthy, or he not going to be. Every man is not like that. Every man is not like that. But then again, every woman is not built to take on such a man. Every woman is not built to deal with those kinds of men. Because again, our job as women are the support systems. Okay? Sometimes You know, a little shack just need a little wood support system, just a little wood foundation. You know, but a big old building needs steel and concrete. So this is different. The problem with the females is that they are mad that they're the ones that actually have to hold up the umbrella. These are the ones that's talking about why it can't the umbrella hold up itself and cover me. No. You're the one that's supposed to hold the umbrella. The rain is representative of all of the issues that come with life. All the bill paying, all the kid raising, all the working, all the worries, all of the concerns, all of the maintenance, that's all of that. All of that is represented by the rain. He is designed to take the pounding of the rain. You are not. He's designed to do it, not you. You won't even hold the umbrella right. You mad because the wind blow and flip the umbrella back. You ain't got sense enough to turn it towards the wind so it can flip back. Don't turn back around now. You got to keep it like that. You mad at the $5 and $10 umbrella, but you keep going to the dollar store to get it. But you mad. And it's a basic umbrella. Yeah, it's a basic umbrella. It's the one you can afford. It's the one you can afford. I'm going to address this one time. If you don't believe in Allah, that is for you. I don't tell none of y'all what to believe. And I don't criticize what y'all believe, even if I disagree. If you think it's fairy tales, mashallah. Alhamdulillah. La ilaha illallah. Allahu Akbar. On that note, let us go to a commercial break and we will be right back. So after these messages, we'll be right back. Go ahead and go to ashkicking.com. You definitely want to go to ashkicking.com, pick you up some of this awesome body butter. You know you want it, you know you need it. So you can really only get it from one place, and that is the place that is pinned to the top of the chat, ashkicking.com. If this is going to be your first order, take advantage of the 10% discount using the promo code Crimson. Once again, the link is pinned to the top of the chat, ashkicking.com. Oh, you guys are bam, 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 bam. You got to hit the like button, bam, bam. You got to Thank you, Dr. Steele. So I want to give this woman a standing ovation. She understands what it is and what masculinity is. She understands masculinity is not toxic. She understands the benefits she reaps. And thank you once again to Chuck D on Sister Soldier album said the best things in life are free or God-given. A woman can benefit from a man's lifestyle, but her greatest benefit from a man are love and protection, which are free. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Let me get back. Her analogy is a good one. It may not be perfect one-to-one all the time, but it's a decent enough analogy to get the point across. Okay? It's a decent enough analogy to get the point across about the benefit, not only the benefit of men, but the role of women as the support system for men. The reason that women are so cooked is because they don't like the position. They feel that it is inferior, and that inferiority makes them bad or wrong. They apply words to it like slavery, servitude. The things that Allah wants women to do, He gave us a saving grace for us. The order is the way it is to help us out, to help us be the best support system that we can be. The first thing that we get in order is our spiritual self. That gives us the foundation to do the rest of it. Get your spiritual self in order. Make sure you're worshiping Allah. Make sure you understand who that is, and what that requires. Then you can go ahead to follow the structure given. If Allah give you a righteous husband, then it is your position to be obedient to that and submissive to that. Because by doing so, you're actually being obedient to Allah. This is what Allah wants for the woman to do. Once we get to that point and we start having children or whatever it is that we're going to do, because not every woman going to have no kids either. But just make sure that whatever umbrella Allah hands you, that you can caretake that umbrella. And that you can lift it and that you can handle it. This is why it's good to grow with your husband. Because he might start off as that $5 umbrella and end up that Neiman Marcus umbrella. And you got to be prepared to change in the ways that you need to change in order to support it. See, sometimes, and I'm going to talk to the guys for a little bit. Sometimes the guys think that women's changeability and adaptability is always some kind of bad thing, or it is an indicator of bad character or wishy-washiness. It's not. The adaptability of women is necessary. That is a necessary quality of femininity and of womanhood and of being a woman. We have to be able to be malleable. We got to be able to change our whole entire disposition to meet needs, because as our husbands, your needs change. Your needs change. The needs you had when we met and I was 20 and you was 20, whatever, is going to be different than the needs you have of me when you're 40. And if I can only go one way and I can only do one thing all the time, how does that help you? We the support system. In the same way that the foundation of a structure is its support system. Some structures are lightweight. They don't need a lot of support. If you went to Home Depot right now and got a tool shed, you don't need to build no big old support for that. You can actually set down some pallets or something to hold it up. All you just need to do is level it. That's all. But if I met you and you was a Home Depot shed and then you turn around and turn into a 10-room mansion, I have to be able to change from that wood pallet to the concrete that you need to hold that mansion up. I have to change. Do we get that part? Am I doing too much with the explanation? Because you as a man, you may change. In point of fact, I'm counting on you changing. Therefore, your need of me changes. When we got together, your biggest need for me to do was to cook and clean and watch the kids. That was the biggest thing. That was the biggest support you needed me to do. Okay. The kids grow up. You decide I'm going to go into a business. Now you need your wife. You don't need her to be in the kitchen all the time. You don't need that. Now you need her to help you do a business. And see, at first, you wasn't doing that. So you didn't need that kind of support. Now you need doing something else. You need a different kind of support now. You want her to be malleable, flexible, and adaptable enough to say, I can change the kind of support I give you. I can go from lifting the $5 umbrella to the $100 umbrella. I can do it. That's why we got the nature we got. We are less rigid in our thinking for a reason. That's why when you talk to women and we can be having any kind of conversation and you'll hear so many women say, I can kind of see both ways. I can kind of see it this way. I get it. You know, I may not agree with all of it, but I kind of get it. We're designed to be able to do that, to change on a dime. He made men the rigid one. We don't need two rigid ones. We don't need two rigid ones. He made you rigid. He didn't make me rigid. He made you one-track minded. He made you capable of tunnel vision. He made you capable of just this thing, just this set of things. I'm just right here. I'm right here. And he made me be able to do this. I hope I'm not doing too much with this conversation. I'm supposed to be able to see it from so many different angles and be able to capture the essence of something. I'm supposed to be able to capture the vibe of it, to capture the abstract part of it. The only reason you see women being so wishy-washy and then it be a bad thing is because they don't employ, they don't work on any kind of spiritual anchoring. That's where you get the foolishness from. That's where you get the foolishness. The foolishness come in and the wishy-washy, and she can't be counted on. You know what I'm saying? She can't be trusted or she can't be relied upon because she lacks her anchor. She won't anchor herself. The spiritual is the anchor. That's the anchor. That gives us the base that we be working from. And then our husbands provide more of that structure and anchoring so that we can do all of this within a structure. Women are mad at this very thing. Women are upset about this very thing. That what we do is not the same thing as what men do. And somehow that means that what we do doesn't mean anything. And that's why so many women find it hard to articulate what it is that they do, what it is that they provide, the value that can be provided. For all of our whimsical, chaotic, go with the flow nature, we actually provide stability for men. We temper them. We temper them. We temper them. When they are cool, we can heat them. And when they are hot, we can cool them. When they are cooled, we can heat them. And when they are hot, we can cool them. Tempering. Only with a toxic female would she do this in a way that harms him. Heat him up. Tell him some words to get him hot, get him angry. But when you have a lioness, we use that ability to cool or heat them, to spur them on, or to pull them back when they're going too hard, they're gonna burn themselves out. They're gonna burn themselves out. Do y'all understand what I mean by cooling them and heating them? If you have your husband and you know that he has goals, but he's not quite moving towards them for whatever reason, you heat him. What do? Start encouraging him. Start reminding him of the goals he set. Start telling him about how great it would be when he reaches these goals, how proud you will be of him to reach these goals. Talk to him about the things he told you about him, how reaching these goals will make him feel, what position it will put him in, how it will give him the ability to do more of this or more of that. Remind him, talk, heat him up. He's cooled. Heat him. Cool him. He been putting his nose to the grindstone, so his health is failing. His stress, you see him stressed. He can't relax. He can't sleep. He can't do nothing. Just rat race. And you know he's trying to do a goal, but if he kill himself, he ain't gonna be able to complete it. Cool him, babe. Come. Relax. Come in. Sit for a while. Take some days off. No, it's okay. It's okay. Take some days off. It's not going nowhere. Take some days off. It's not going nowhere. See, look at your hands. Come here, give me your hands. See? Come here. Cool him. That is who we are. That is what we are. That's what we were meant to do with them. Help them through life. Help them. Now, the kind of man you get, everybody needs somebody. It's not a bad thing. You don't let social media tell you that if he ain't got X amount of money or if he ain't got this kind of job, that he ain't nobody and that he's not worth having a help meet. Like, don't let social media do that. Stop letting social media hype y'all up or whatever it is y'all doing. Whatever it is y'all letting social media do, stop. Stop it. Because at this point, a lot of what's going on social media, these little posts and so forth, is not genuine anymore. Years ago, 5, 6, 7 years ago, the complaints, the concerns that everybody was talking about had some credence and had some legitimacy to it. At this point, the CIA is doing COINTELPRO now. Just don't let it hype you up. Don't let it hype you up. So stop letting this stuff troll you, and it's being trolled. We're being trolled at this point. I seen a shift. Shift has been going on for about 2-3 years now. I've seen the shift. Things used to have legitimacy and all of that stuff to it. Now it's a CIA psyop at this point. You got bots, you got fake profiles, fake posts, fake videos getting on here to say some foolishness to get the women riled up. And then you got it on the other side, some foolishness to get the men riled up. Don't listen. It's too much foolishness. They made us scared of each other now. Now we don't even know how to interact with one another as human beings and as individuals, more importantly. We don't even know how to interact with one another as human beings and individuals. That heavy generalization of all the Black men are like this and all the Black women are like this, what it actually does is ruin a sense of discernment. It ruins your sense of discernment. That's why I talk about discernment so much, because you have to have it. You got to be able to see who's doing what and why and how it affect you. Everybody's got a horror story. Oh man, the last man I was with, he did X, Y, X, Y, X, Y. So I can't stand all the men. Well, the last woman I was with, she did X, Y, X, Y, X, Y. And so I can't stand all the women. Like at this point, it's getting crazy. And so we got to be able to see the play at this point. Thank you, Hunting Wisdom, for becoming a member. I appreciate you.
But now you have been promoted. You are now one of my elite employees.
How do we do that? Do it look funny for y'all? It look funny for me. Why do we do that? Hold on, let me test something else out. Hold on. It's just that video that do that. Anyway. Thank you again, Hunting Wisdom said, what if the woman changes and the man remains the same? That depends on what she's changing into. And everybody should be changing. Change is not a bad thing. Change is a good thing. I would not like to be a person that year by year don't make no changes, because that means there's no growth happening. There's no way you should be married to that person and they have not made any significant changes over the past 20 years. What's happening? And I don't mean change for the worse. I mean, like, we didn't evolve. We didn't figure nothing out. Nothing. No new conclusions. Nothing. Thank you, Ruben. And said women are supposed to adapt to the men in their lives. That is why women pick up linguistic patterns from men who are important to them. It's a feature, not a bug. Thank you so much for that. And thank you, CMC, said your show has great content, awesome work you do. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Thanos said, I understand sentiments. Crazy part is we see it enough in real life that the online content reinforces what we think, not necessarily the other way around. And I get you, but that's what makes the COINTELPRO effective. Because it takes something that actually happens. It's not completely fabricated, because people's real life experiences are not fabricated. You see what I'm saying? There are men going through foolishment with a woman and a child and a child support. There's women going through foolishment with the men and he crazy. And there's people actually going through all of that. So the reality is that there are people who are actually experiencing this stuff. But so that's not to be discounted. But at the same time, that's what makes the infiltration so subtle and unnoticeable, because we'll just think of it as a spike and an uptick in the same thing. But really, they're starting to troll us at this point. So that's what I mean by that. So in any case, I'm going to go ahead and get up off of here. Jump down in the comment section. Let me know what. Oh, well, before we do that. Before we do that.
All of these styles and designs can be found at our Etsy shop in the description below. Aaliyah's Unique Boutique. At Etsy.com, follow us on IG at Aaliyah's Unique Boutique.
So you want to hit the link pinned to the top of the chat, Aaliyah's Unique Boutique. Go there, pick you up a beautiful pair of earrings. The inventory is updated on a regular basis. So if you go there now, click the link. If you happen not to see something, which I highly doubt, then come back in the next few days. There'll be more products, more earrings, more beautiful jewelry for you to choose from. So once again, the link pinned to the top of the chat, Aaliyah's Unique Boutique. Go ahead, click that, purchase you some awesome handmade earrings. Okay. All right. Jump down in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I'm your host, is the Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonite.